And now, here's the breakdown with Justin Hunte.
Shady 45, we got Justin Hunte up in this bitch. What's up, Justin?
What up, Jude? How are you?
I'm fucking awesome. What do you got for us today?
Got a new song from Yelawolf.
Fucking Yelawolf.
Yelawolf.
Yo, he's family right here. I haven't even heard it yet.
The joint's called Row Your Boat. He just released the video a couple of days ago. I'm a fan of the track. This is off his new project. It's called Trial by Fire.
Okay.
The project does not have a solid date yet.
All right.
We can expect late summer, September estimate.
Okay.
We're not sure when that's actually going to drop. But this song is a great mix of where I think Yelawolf has been over the course of his career sonically. Like the trap music, trunk music mixtapes were more rhyme-based.
Yeah.
Radioactive was leaning in that direction more. Love Story found him going more into rock country kind of space.
Yeah.
This song right here is a great balance between the two.
Yeah.
And he's really honest about a lot of things that are happening in the world, but also some of the challenges that he's faced himself.
Okay.
We have the video here if you want to play it.
All right.
Want to take a look?
Yeah, I'd love to. All right, let's play it for these cats. Shady 45, we're back. Row Your Boat right there. That's our new Yelawolf.
Yeah, again, that's off of Trial by Fire. That's his next album coming out later this year. I love this joint, man. He sounds so clear. He sounds like he's addressing both sides of a lot of conversations. He's talking about drug abuse and how the beast feeds the fiends, but to the fiends, drugs can be a feast. He's talking about how police brutality affects everyone, how racism is terrible. It's like a juxtaposition that I think comes across just really dope, man. It's like I just want to smoke and ride to this and think about life.
All right, I'm going to butcher this shit, but I think the way anadiplosis, that's a style he was using, which is it's a style of rhyming, and it's where you end the line and then you start it with the same word. And I thought that's interesting. You don't really hear that in rap that much.
I haven't heard it from him either.
No,
like that's something I haven't heard him do yet.
No, and I like when rappers go back and grab some old school ways of that poets use and kind of apply it in a modern day way that he did it. It makes it hit even harder.
He's an underappreciated songwriter, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think he does a great job of capturing concepts and relating to people. He went on Genius, and he did some verified annotations around this song. And so there's a line that he has towards the end of the song where he says, police, they shoot and kill, they shoot at will. They will at you, they execute if you don't leave, leaving the impression no one's safe inside the dungeon in the city of the beast. And so to that one, he explained it in his annotation and said, no one is safe from criminal cops. Even the simple act of observing an arrest, traffic stops, or even peaceful protests are provoking murders to be murders. Murderers to be murderers. We saw more of that in the last 5 years than ever. I don't think anyone feels safe. I'm aware. You're aware. If not, be aware.
That's interesting.
He's driving messages on this joint.
Did he? What did he say about his own personal shit?
On this one, there's a part in the beginning here where he talks about leaving what is keeping you from walking out the door and living life. Like there's a reason. Reason is the fear of change will leave a person locked inside a darkened mental prison. He says, I was feeling the urge to make big changes in my life. Sometimes songwriting is a reflection of your own desires and fears. This was a line not only directed towards people who need to awaken to their own setbacks, but for me, to take a leap and make changes for the better beyond the grips of my own fears.
Damn, what's up, Yellow? All right, look, man, it's good to see him. It's good to see him back. It's good to see him back.
The question that this makes me, I'm really excited about where Yelawolf is now.
All right.
And everything I've heard is that he's in a really clear place. He is in a place where he's not only more aware of himself, but of the world around him. And it reminds me a lot of like Royce the 5'9". Like Royce the 5'9" to me is one of the most underappreciated, underrated MCs there is right now. I don't know 3 rappers who are rapping better than Royce the 5'9" is right now. I think that Layers project is incredible. I think everything he's done since Prime to right now is top tier.
Yeah.
And he's been extremely vocal about the 2 years that he went. The 2 years he fought to regain sobriety.
Yeah.
To kick alcohol.
Yeah.
And his main concern was that if he wasn't drinking, he wouldn't be as talented, he wouldn't be as creative, his rhymes would suck. He got through that. He's a better rapper than ever. Is it still true that artists make better music when they're faded?
It depends on what you. Yes and no. Yes and no. Look, man, like sometimes, and it depends on what you're doing. Some of the best shit ever has been made to heroin. You look at Coltrane and Miles Davis, fucking some of the Beatles shit. That's heroin, dog. Like, there's a lot of heroin going on. Psychedelics, Funkadelic, Parliament. You know, it opens a motherfucker up. Stones, like, you look at some of the most groundbreaking music, and it was drug-fueled. That being said, these are very talented people from Jump Street. Drugs ain't going to give an untalented motherfucker more talent. And another thing about it is like, yo, this is rap. This isn't like you getting off on a motherfucking guitar and going like there's only so many things you can do with a word. It's not like you can make saying lyrics are different than fucking musical instruments. So how far you can expand with drugs, I don't know. It seemed to help Pac. You know, Pac wrote his ass off. He would smoke blunts and write like a motherfucker. Do I think he would have been a worse MC sober? No, cause he had it. And to your point about Yelawolf and Royce, I think what makes them better wasn't necessarily the sobriety. I think the sobriety was a reflection of growth within themselves. So the sobriety was just a byproduct of these guys growing up and being like, look, man, I can't be doing this shit. I'm fucking killing myself. Something else you see what Royce is writing was he started looking at himself more, because Royce's earlier shit, he was a dog, but the knock on Royce was he didn't talk about himself enough. You know, with Layers, you're like, fuck, I re-listened to Layers on the plane to San Francisco, and I'm like, that's a motherfucker. This album is a beast. It's a fucking beast, and it's still listenable. I've listened to it probably 15, 20 times. It's still the shit. He's
got a song on there called Hard,
yeah,
and it's like he wrote a Broadway play.
Yeah, it was inspired by
Hamilton.
Hamilton, yeah.
It is one of the most innovative tracks I've ever heard from him.
Yep.
But that I've heard in the past 3 years in terms of rhyme scheme style and how you take inspiration from Hamilton or from writing for Broadway and bring it into someplace new, while enlightening and uplifting.
Yeah, it's fucking, yeah, and I think you'll see the same with Yelawolf. Like, Yelawolf's got skills, dog. Yelawolf, no one's ever questioned if my man can spit or not. And I like what he's doing with the melodic shit. I think that country music sound was natural to him. That's where he's from, man. He's from the swamps. He's around that shit. And I think rapping was natural to him. That's where he's from. He's from them swamps. He's around that shit. I liked his last project. I really enjoy this project too that we're playing right here. It kind of has a slowed down Bone Thugs feel to me.
I like that too. You know, I like Bone Thugs. You know me and Bone Thugs, Jude. There's another part that I really like too, speaking of where he's from and come from down south. Now, there's a line in there at the end where he's talking about Alabama and essentially the KKK. He makes references to sheets and how people ride on horses and stuff. Here's what he said in his annotation. I'm constantly aware of the hate subculture of the South. I like sharing my perspective. I'm full of irony. Being white and from Alabama makes what I do for a living unimaginable to some locals, but stretching out past those county lines can reap major benefits. I believe in my state and I love Alabama, but I'm not blind to the ignorance that still lingers in our politics and backwoods. This line is mainly for all my Southern fans. Basically, fuck racism.
That's cool, man.
It's powerful stuff, man. I think about DMX on the other side of this coin. Yeah. And DMX, I don't think we've ever seen a sober DMX. Everyone I've talked to around X when he first got signed sounds basically the same as when the people I talk to around X now. And so he made It's Dark and Hell is Hot, which is incredible. He made Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. Less good, still really good. Still broke a record, 2 number ones in the same year. Everything else after that kind of starts deteriorating slowly. I wonder with an artist like X, who I don't believe we've ever really seen fully in control of himself, how amazing he would be, or if he would be amazing at all.
It's weird, man. Like, some of my friends, when they get sober, I'm like, I wish you would just do dope again. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, because they just get addicted to AA or something, and they start hitting you with all the fucking catchphrases and shit.
Or religion.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, go fucking smoke some crack, dude. Like, I liked you way better as a dope fiend. So I don't know what DMX would be like. Back to the fucking, it's not the drugs. You know, this dude is a tortured soul. Yo, DMX is tortured. Drugs are a way for him to cope. I don't know what his music would be like. In referencing some of those other groups I was talking about, I don't know if cats were doing these drugs for experimentation or to cover up like some deep-seated pain, but I know fucking DMX, like, you listen to his interviews, you hear the shit that he's been through, like, this motherfucker's in pain. So I don't know. I think I like when people create from a place of pain. I can relate to it. It usually hits harder, and when that's the shit I like, perhaps because I experienced it myself, you know? What do you think?
Same here, man. I think when you can tap into, when you could create anything that allows people to relate to you, that allows them to seek solace or even seek inspiration from the struggles that you're going through, we inherently like them more. In general right now, we like it when our superstars get caught slipping. We like it when they mess up. We like it when they get DUIs. We like it when they get caught cheating on their girlfriends. And then they come out and apologize. And then we like them more, and we listen to more of their songs, and we stream more of their music, and we follow them more closely on social media. Because in a way, we get to relate to them. They're not necessarily these people on these pedestals in previous generations where we didn't have a one-to-one access to the people that we love. And so if someone has the balls to be vulnerable, which I think most people don't, I think most people are generally trying to be something they're not, or trying to put on a mask or a shield to protect themselves from being themselves, or for people figuring out who they really are for fear of getting voted off the island or whatever. I think when you find artists who can do that, we love that. And I love that personally because, honestly, it's something that I think we all kind of strive for.
Here's a secret. To the artists, as something, look, bro, like, I wrote a fucking book. There's strength in vulnerability. This is not someone that hasn't done it. I'm telling you, there's strength in vulnerability. Once you show people what the fuck you have, what are they gonna do? Fucking make fun of you for it? I'm already claiming it. I'm owning it. It's mine. This is my weakness. I felt like shit here. I went out like a bitch there. I paid for pussy here. You know what I mean? Like, what, you gonna clown me for it? Like, I don't give a fuck. This is me. There's strength in vulnerability and self-acceptance, and it makes for an interesting listen or read or movie or whatever the fuck.
I think about the anecdote in your book, in Hyena, where I think you're at a baseball game, and there's somebody sitting behind you, and he's being a jerk.
Yeah, he was talking shit.
He was talking junk to you, and the way you described how you initially felt, it was like you almost felt vulnerable. And then you called him out because his girl was kind of fat.
She wasn't even fat, but I just knew it was going to bother him.
It bothered him.
I would have fucked the shit out of his girl.
And he shrunk.
Yes.
Because he felt vulnerable or insecure about that.
Yeah, because he knew he wasn't going to fight, and I basically smacked him in the face with a white glove. It was like, all right, dude, you fucking shit on me, I'll shit on your girl. The only thing you can do is punch me in the head from here.
That's beta male stuff. That's like, sidekick stuff. People hiding from themselves, not being comfortable with who they are.
Yeah.
That's why we like artists in the first place. They remind us of ourselves and who we want to be.
Let's go to Quentin in Pennsylvania. He's got a comment on the drugs. Quentin.
Yo, what's up?
What up, though?
Yeah, I was thinking about a couple things you guys were saying about the drugs with the artists. That becomes kind of a security blanket. A lot of young guys, like you said, they put on a bravado. And the more you do the drug, it becomes like a security for you. So then when you're without it, it's not that you're not as talented anymore. It's just that now you're out of your security zone. So like you said, I forget who you was talking about, the artist Royce, coming back and being even better than he was. he had to realize he didn't need that blanket. It's like a kid giving up his teddy bear. But once you get into drugs, you bring problems onto yourself. You may have problems and you use drugs as a remedy, but sometimes the more drugs you use, you bring more problems into your life. Now you don't feel like you can do without the drink, without the weed, without the whatever else you're doing. But when you come outside of that, you realize that if you're talented, like you said, you're talented. If you're not, you're not. It's not going to make you better or worse. But as long as you count on it as a security blanket, it's going to hold you back.
Let me jump in. Let me jump in, Quentin. Here's a problem that I have with that statement, and I hear a lot of what you're saying, but the problem I have with the statement is to paint drugs in such a broad with such broad strokes. Like drugs, if you think of it like drugs are tools, some tools are saws, other tools are hammers. You can't put a psychedelic next to a disassociative, next to a depressant, next to so like
you're 100% right. But if you get a brick, I can build a house with it, or I can hit you in the head with it. Don't it come down to the person as well?
Yeah, you're right.
Using the drug, even though drugs are different, I feel what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is some drugs might look, bro. Like if I give you some fucking acid and tell you to go walk in the woods, you're gonna come back with a whole different view on shit, and you might create something totally different than you would have created. And it's different than me saying, here, man, take this fucking fifth of Jack and walk out in the woods and then come back. That's my main thing. I understand.
No.
I get it. Like I understand where some cats turn to fucking pills, pills, fucking weed, even Molly sometimes as this thing that they just need. It is a blankie for them. And then other things are actually a bit more mind expanding.
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right, because, I mean, you could take the trip or you could take a journey. So like you said, a drug can just be, like you said, a quick good time, or it can be something that can expand your mental. Like I said, I think we're on the same page as far as I think it depends on the artist or the person going into it. If you gave me something, I went in the woods and tripped, I might come back muddy and crazy, but I might also come back with an epiphany on life. Like, yo, I seen something, I thought about something, I felt a different way. Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Bro, yeah, there hasn't been a time when I haven't done some type of psychedelic where it's adjusted the way that I experience the world.
Or you can come back in an ambulance. Psychedelics can take you really, really far. I took shrooms one night, wrote a great movie. Great movie. Doesn't exist yet, but it'll come. Like literally one night shrooms, next day, movie, done.
Let's go to fucking Phil in Connecticut. Phil.
Hey, Rude, what's going on, man?
Sure.
I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn. But, you know, I like what you're saying and all of that, but let's cut this shit, man. I mean, people don't need to go on drugs to freaking make sense. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Half of the time I understand what you're saying.
Perhaps you should have some drugs, because that make no fucking sense.
How does that make sense? I mean, there's pills out there that can... But like depression pills, you're talking about Molly and freaking mushrooms.
Bro, do you understand that you're calling me up pushing some like depression pills when I'm like, yo, dude, fucking psychedelics is where it's at, and you think I sound crazy? That shit alters your fucking brain chemistry, dude. Like that shit is overprescribed. That the stuff that you're talking about is for people with severe problems, and this is why we got a problem. We're overprescribing ourselves drugs. You trust the system too much, man.
No. I don't trust the system because I work in the system. I work in a school. What I'm saying is, Rude, you're saying that.
You there?
Listen, yes, I'm there. Rude, you're saying that smoking weed is good?
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it is.
It is good. At a certain age, Rude, come on, man. You're a grown man.
Did I tell a 10-year-old to go get a fucking blunt?
But you're not saying don't? That's like you saying, hey, Rude, I remember a long time ago, you're saying that you don't wear Jordans, right?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Jordans?
I just don't wear them. What is this? This is oh my God. How many kids are on kids are on Adderall at your fucking school?
A lot.
Yeah. You're pushing speed to fucking children, and you're gonna call me up about goddamn weed.
Pushing that. There's medical professionals that are diagnosing these kids and saying that
operating under the fucking guise of legitimacy, they're fucking pumping these kids full of drugs instead of just adjusting their goddamn behavior and their diet, dude.
It's not that easy, Drude.
They basically sold heroin pills on TV for the past 20 years.
What are you talking about, Vikes and shit? Yeah, dog.
I watched a football game, a commercial, and there's a heroin pill.
Bro, I can't, like, this is hey, man, look, you're going to believe what you believe, I believe what I believe, and we'll put it that. But I'll never fucking put my kid on goddamn Adderall. That's fucking speed, dude. You see the kids are grinding their fucking teeth and shit, they're bouncing. No. Nah, bro. Training your kids to be a fucking junkie at 10. Guess who's going to be doing those drugs when they get to be 25? The Adderall popping ass fucking maniacs. You've been training them to be drug addicts.
My mom told me not to drink coffee because I wouldn't be tall. She said, wait till you're like 16.
I know.
That's like light speed.
Look, man, sugar's a drug. Caffeine's a fucking drug. We're surrounded by drugs. We take drugs every fucking day. Every day. Nicotine, alcohol, all that shit is all drugs. It's just some are socially acceptable, some are legal, others are more powerful, but it's all mind-altering shit. Try to go without sugar. Dude, I'm addicted to that shit, bro. You should see me at the liquor store. I got the Haribros, I got the motherfucking Crunchy. I go ham in that bitch. Let's go to Paul in Michigan.
Hello, yeah. I just wanted to talk about, what you really need in life in terms of drug-wise. I'm a student at Michigan State University, and I really felt that, coming into the atmosphere, coming into the school environment, that overcoming adversity, and, proving yourself in the world and making your parents happy is probably the greatest drug I've personally experienced in my life.
Making your parents happy?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, like doing what I have to do, get my degree, overcome obstacles. I had some friends that went down the wrong road, and not saying they're not going to be successful or anything, but really just making short-term and long-term goals and, working every day as hard as you can to reach those goals. I feel like at the end of the day, when you look back at your actions and you look back at your results, there's no one else to, you're.
Let's go to James in the D. James, what up, though?
What up, man?
What's happening, man? Go ahead.
Man, I think I kind of feel that, I know you say Roy stopped drinking and, he was drinking liquor and all that. But I don't think that enhances or stop his flow of being creative. The bottom line is, I really think Royce can't rap, man.
You don't.
I mean, he on that metaphorical shit like LL was, man. I mean, but whatever drug you take don't fix the fact that you whack as shit.
You don't like Royce?
No, man, that metaphorical shit. I mean, if you listen to his records, man, I don't care how he put the words together. He not delivering on like a platinum or gold type of scale.
Oh, he's a spitter,
the best lines I ever heard him, that when he rapped on one of the new songs, and you can tell that Eminem gave him certain lines, man.
Have you listened to Layers?
I don't think you listened to Royce in a while, man.
His first fucking single was the shit. Like, I can't even, I just disagree with everything you said.
Or Prime with DJ Premier.
Get into that nigga, man. That's bullshit, dude.
You ain't check Prime with DJ Premier either, man?
Oh, he's a spitter.
No, him and Yellow. I'm being real. I ain't trying to be no hater, though.
Look, I couldn't disagree with you more.
But look at the whole crew to come out of Detroit, even when Eminem was in concert with the other dudes talking about taking purple pills and all this crazy shit, man. I kind of discredit Royce for the fact that when M started, that he came back and attacked his own crew.
Yeah, I hear you. But, all that shit got squashed. And,
I just don't see how you can say Royce can't rap. And most of his new stuff isn't the same metaphorical stuff that we might associate with when we first came in. He's telling stories now. There's life experiences all over Layers.
That his first single, Boom, was crazy. His mixtape shit was crazy. His Bad Meets Evil shit was fucking crazy.
Death is Certain, crazy.
Yelawolf can spit his fucking ass off. Yo, dude, bro, I'll tell you, you should call up next time. He's not your taste.
Right.
He's not your taste. But you can't say the motherfucker's whack. You got bars for fucking days.
I think if you can't reference why you don't like something specifically, then you're kind of just a hater. I can't talk about Harry Potter. I know I don't like it. So I'm a hater of Harry Potter. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just know that I don't like it. That's a hater. That's what he sounds like when he's talking about Royce. If you can't talk about what the guy is doing now, and you've got some old dated opinion on a reality that no longer exists, you're pretty much just rocking a hater T-shirt draped around your neck like a hater Jesus piece.
Let's go to Rob in Texas. Rob.
Hey, man, what's up? I think everybody got off topic about the whole how drugs affect, people's skills and abilities over the years, whatever it may be. But I can speak from experience that I know for a fact that weed helps whenever you freestyle, you're rapping, whatever you're doing. I used to do it in high school. We had a little group and all that, and it definitely expands your mind. You're not able to say a lot of the things you could if you had just a little bit of drinking, you smoked a couple of blunts, hanging out with the boys, just the vibe. It's all about the vibe. And yes, drugs do help a little bit. I mean, you got alcohol is something that when people want to be, in sobriety from alcohol, it's a whole nother level, because alcohol is just some other shit that it can help you in your flows and all that. And it obviously did Royce, and now he's even better. Just like
John, get on the mic.
Yo, what?
Just because they fucking call doesn't mean you got to put them through, man.
There are a lot of people hitting the floor. That guy
just
snuck
fucking
through.
hang up on him.
Yes. Boo.
What an asshole.
Oh,
I can't wait till you get in a romper, dude. You're so bad at this.
Right.
You're so fucking... Yeah.
No, there's some people that...
Man, fuck off.
I will. I will.
Fuck off, dude.
Oh, man.
There's an old man.
Fuck you in your
called
shoes.
Mississippi.
Shit
That's
shoes.
the old man that I'd
Just
like.
shit in the bed, dude.
What does he care if the world's got troubles?
Shitty ass shoes. Sorry. I know this is awkward for you. I'm sorry. What a dick. Kick Sapphire out the room, and you can't even screen a goddamn call.
There are a couple people there.
Yeah, there's a couple.
I snuck through.
Oh, man.
This guy's been on hold for 15 minutes, too. Why don't you handle that? It's awkward, isn't it? It's like watching your parents fight or some shit. Like, or you be at your friend's house and the parents start fighting. That's how it feels for you right now.
Yeah.
You can't even look around. Right. You can't even look at me right now.
It's definitely like being at your friend's house.
Justin's like, Justin came in. He's like, you seem stressed every time I see you. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking stressed. That's it, bro. Just trying to do a show.
There's got to be some good drugs for that.
Talk to fucking 4 retards in a row, and they're like, but the phone lines are blowing up off the hook, so go figure.
That's funny. Cocaine,
by the way, Rick James, motherfucking, hey, some awesome songs written off that shit. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. That's a coke-fueled event. That's a cocaine-fueled event. Let's go to Devin in Michigan. Go ahead, Devin.
What's good?
Chilling, bro. Go ahead, man.
Rude, you the dude, man. That's real. But weed is wonderful. It's fucking grown natural. I'm here to tell you right now, like you said, man, real talk, everything that we intake is a fucking drug. That's real, man. Adderall, Joseph, forgive me, that's my son. I had him on that shit as a kid, but you're right, Jude. That's real shit.
Did you notice you had your kid on Adderall? What did you notice the difference when you took him off the Adderall, when he was on the Adderall? Tell me a bit about that.
He was calm as hell when they had him on the Adderall, but I don't think that it was right, man. I don't think that, I should have had him on something else other than the Adderall. Yep.
Yeah.
Highly impulsive. Highly.
Yeah.
You just take them outside, let them run around or something.
That's the crazy shit. Like, kids don't play outside no more. They don't get tired.
Right.
Like, and if you look at the stuff that they feed these children, there's fucking sugar in everything, which is a fucking stimulant. So now you got kids with all this energy that are bouncing around in fucking school, and half the time these parents are bitch made, so they're not even fucking raising their kids right. And then so what do? We just give them some fucking Ritalin, some Adderall, chill them the fuck out. Oh, now he's got anxiety. You give the kid fucking some lightweight Xanax. It's like, now you got some fucking fiend on your hands. They're in high school. Fucking fiends. It's crazy, man.
This is the truth, man. I don't have kids. I'm taking mental notes.
Pull out, bro. And on her back. And on her fucking back, dog. J-Rod, you the last one. J-Rod.
Yo, what up, Jude?
Chilling, dog. Chilling.
Hey, yell at fucking Johnny Free Shoes, because he's all docile when you talk to him. When I call, he's like, hey, Get your shit together. Hurry up.
He needs to talk to you like he needs to talk to you like that. He needs to talk to you like that.
Yo, so don't fuck it up, man. You got through. Don't fucking fail me.
Yeah, if you fucking fail,
focus.
You get cussed out. You need to talk like that.
Focus.
Put Black Magic.
Adderall. All right, listen. 8th grade, ate a bunch of acid, and I went to Saturday school. Can't talk to nobody. Can't fuck with shit. And I wrote this paper. It's called Life. It's on some bullshit. 2 weeks later, teacher found it. Like, the whole paper. It was all, like, scribbles and fucking acid leak. Took it to another teacher, and they pulled me aside. They said, hey, where'd you get these ideas, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I wrote it here. And they said, this is the most unique thing that we've seen from a kid your age at this school ever.
Acid.
So,
acid.
Fucking acid. In 8th fucking grade.
See? Unique.
I'm not sure that...
Steve Jobs, bro. Acid. All that shit. Acid.
Like, sounds like a happy accident.
Black Magic. All right, you the last one.
What's up with you, bud? I didn't even know you was out here, cuz. I kind of missed you.
Man, I was low-key with that shit.
You supposed to, nigga. That's what you do. But anyways, when it comes to them drugs and the music and shit like that, you got to think, especially it depends what type of drug for what type of dude doing what type of music. Psychedelics is good for that funk and that instrumentation. You ain't got to be clear and coherent with your words.
No, that's
you know what I'm saying? That shit going to help you. You know what I mean? Just feel the vibe of the fucking music. The coke, you ever talk to somebody on coke, they got hella ideas, they be talking fast and shit.
Yeah.
They with the slick talk, that money talk. So of course that's gonna work for Rick James talking shit on a fire ass beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how the coke do. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta think they already learned how to do all their instruments and everything when they were sober, when they was little kids. You can't learn how to be raw when you already on drugs. You gotta be dope first and then you can, you know what I'm saying, mix in a little substances and some other shit and do something. Same thing like weed, that don't help you talk to bitches. That help you chill out. Now, if you trying to be smooth, what you do? You drink Hennessy. So the alcohol, that's you know what I'm saying? Alcohol's for the bitch talking. The weed is for chilling the fuck out and shit like that. That crack, DMX talking a whole bunch of crazy shit.
Yeah.
What else is going to help you do some crazy shit like crack? You know what I'm saying? So the crack helped that nigga do all that shit. But then you got to think he was raw at first and he got weaker later. Why? The endorphins, the receptors in your brain wear down. So when you younger and at first, when you first doing them sorts of drugs, at first, you still, you know what I'm saying, your brain got enough of that endorphin shit, you know, where the stem cells and all that shit get released in the back. I ain't no damn scientist, but you know what the fuck
sounds like it.
I dig it.
I went to class, but I used to smoke weed, so then you learn that class and then you forget some shit.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, the receptors wear down and shit. So you raw at first when you off that dope, and then you start to fuck up later on. You can't maintain that. That's why weed about the only one you can maintain, but you got to use it sparingly. Niggas be smoking themselves into retardation and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then for the nigga that don't like Royce, he probably just don't like his beat selection and shit like that, because that shit kind of, you know, niggas beat selection be particular. That's like a nigga that don't like Nas or certain other people. It'd be their beats. If he was rapping over, when he be on smooth ass beat, you know what I'm saying? When a sample like When I Rule the World, when it's on a classic sample, everybody like it. Why? Because the beat fire. He can always rap. You just like it when it's a fire beat attached to it.
That's a good point with Nas. I love Nas's lyricism, but them beats be giving me headaches after the third time.
It be that New York, too much of that boom bap, you know what I'm saying? Look, everybody ain't riding a subway with a champion hoodie with their fucking head down and it's cold outside. It don't apply. Nigga, it's 75 fucking degrees. Nigga, I'm sitting out here in Oakland next to some water. Like, nigga, I don't want to hear no, nigga, it's grimy in the street. Like, I need to hear some shit that sounds good in a car, not in fucking headphones. You know what I'm saying?
I'd love to see a drug infographic from you, Black Magic.
Yeah,
I'd love for you to put a meme together. He broke down all the drugs, pros and cons.
Mm-hmm. And look, man,
that go viral
to the point. Like, look at the before and after. Look at early Isley Brothers, and then look at mid '70s into the '80s. Tell me they wasn't on something. Tell me the motherfuckers wasn't doing something, bro.
It gets harder to maintain, man. It's hard to keep it together, like you said.
That shit sounded sweet as hell. No, right. Man, they went from like they went from shout to motherfucking between the sheets, bro. Like that shit, fucking 8-minute long jam sessions, bro. That's fucking. You don't do that shit sober. No, No siree, Bob. Well, shout out to Yelawolf fucking for crushing it, and let's play some music. I don't even know we're gonna have time for the next one. Yo, Justin Hunte, thank you so much.
My brother Jude, as always, man. Shout out to Yelawolf. Check that joint out. Row your boat.
Let's go.